Hey, thank you for clicking on my video. I have a great show planned for you today here. I'm going to be talking about the credit card debt crisis here on the Vibes by Clyde. To preview the vibes, I have two segments coming up. The first one is Funny Vibes, where I'm going to talk about how credit cards are not free money. Also, I have some Boss Up Vibes, where I'm going to talk about how it's okay to mess up. All right, this is the Vibes by Clyde, so please like and subscribe. I have a first video here talking about how it is not free money. Credit cards are not free money. Now, if you're not used to having money, this may seem like free money because they just give you a card and they say, hey, go spend. And in most cases, they encourage you to spend. So you might think, hey, this is obviously free money. But we all know this is not free money and you are expected to pay it back. So we have this guy who's getting a call from a bill collector and he's going to have his reaction of what he says to the bill collector.
Hello?
What happened?
This Mr. Nueva York?
Yeah, that's me. What you matter?
Yeah, I'm calling regarding your credit card payment.
Listen, my friend, I'm not paying that shit.
What do you mean you're not paying?
I'm not paying that shit. That's free money. How you want me to pay that free money?
That's not free money.
You send me the credit card with $3,000 and I spend it already. How you want me to pay you back money I already spending?
He said, how you want me to pay back money already? And that's how it is. A credit cards, you are spending that money and it's going to come back to haunt you. So you want to make sure you don't go too crazy on credit cards because it's going to come back to haunt you a few months later, especially if you don't pay it back. You're going to be paying interest on top of interest for things that you bought a long time ago, stuff that you probably forgot about.
Stupid.
You have to pay. Have you paid last month?
I not pay last month. I not pay the month before that. I'm not paying shit.
Wow. Listen, we're going to have to do something about this.
You can do whatever you want. Call Barack Obama. I don't care. Listen, can you give me your house phone number so I can call you in your house?
I'm sorry.
Oh, ahí no te gusta. So why you calling me in my house to bother me? My friend, is that your money? Is it going to...
He said, is it going to you? Most likely the money is not going to me if I'm that guy on the phone. But this is my job. My job is to hunt you down if you don't pay me back. And at this point, it is my money because I'm getting paid from whatever you pay this credit card company or this collector's company, whatever it is. So yeah, it kind of is my money. So I'm going to need you to pay up. I'm pretty sure the more money I'm pretty sure they probably pay on commission. So hey, if I'm paying on commission on, to get back money that you owe us, then look, yeah, you are paying me because at the end of the day, I need that money. All right. So yeah, the future you has to pay that money back. Okay. Now I know we like to worry about the present. Okay. We have the whole YOLO thing going on where, hey, you only live once, you want to live as much as you can right now because tomorrow ain't promised. Okay. Tomorrow's not promised. But guess what? If it does come, which I would hope that it does come, and you would hope that it does come, I would assume, you're going to have to pay it back. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun when you get a paycheck and you got to put most of that or a good amount of it to something to a fun weekend that you had. Now, if you did enjoy that weekend and you did love the memories from that weekend, you'll be more than happy to pay that money back. You'll be like, you know what? That time I went to that vacation with my friends, it was fun. And hey, I am more than willing to pay that back because hey, most likely if you're living through credit cards, you're probably going to want to pay that back so you can go on another vacation with your friends. Hey, thanks credit card for letting me go on vacation. Let me pay you back so I can go on another vacation. All right. So it says, try not to impulse buy. It's hard not to impulse buy. I mean, I know a lot of people have this problem, but for me, it's not too bad for me. I try my best to just, think about it like this. Like, okay, if I don't really need it right now, I probably don't need it. Yeah, I probably don't need it. And if it's something that's going to really break your bank, you really don't need to be buying impulse. If your limit is like $200 and you see something that's like $150, you're like, wait, okay, let me not get that. Now if your limit is $200 and that's maybe $5 or $10, maybe you can go for it. I guess it just depends on how much money you got in your bank account. You don't want to spend over half the money you have, as a budget on this one thing, because if it don't work out, you're gonna be mad. All right, so it says, credit card line is not a goal. So yeah, it's not like a finish line. It's not like, hey, let me see how much I can get out of this. Let me make sure I make it all the way to the end. Okay, the credit card limit is $3,000. Let me spend $3,000. That's not how you should be thinking about your credit cards. You should not be thinking, okay, look, I got $3,000 to spend. I'm going to spend $3,000. No, that's not how it's supposed to go. Okay, you need to try to spend at least not the entire thing. Come on, people, please. Don't spend the whole thing on what your limit is. It's not a goal. It's not supposed to be something that you know actually like look forward to spending the whole thing for. All right, so the next one says, just say no to credit card offers. you know, just say no. They're going to try to push you. And hey, I've been here before, where you go to a store you frequent. They know you, they see you coming through. They're like, here he come again, here he come, here come this joker. All right, they're like, we about to get all his moolah. All right, they see you coming a mile away, and don't think they don't, because they're gonna hit you with that credit card offer, and then they're gonna try to put the savings on you. Hey, you can save this much if you apply for our credit card, right? Hey, just just sign here so you can get this credit card, and then you can get this discount. So yeah, just believe that you're not going to get that much of a discount in the long run. That discount might be good at the moment, but believe in the long run, it's not going to be a discount. It's going to be a lot of money coming out of your your paycheck when you're paying that thing back. Okay, so let's watch this video.
$59.42, but wait, if you sign up for our credit card and get approved, we'll take $5 off your purchase. No thanks, I'm kind of in a hurry. You'll also get 2% off of all of your future purchases. Really, I'm good, thank you. And it is super easy to sign up. No. You look like you could use a $5 bonus. I said no, and now I'm offended. What's your home address? I'm running out of ways to say no. It literally takes like 2 seconds. Okay, that's my answer in English, and that's my answer in Spanish. It normally starts you off with a $5,000 credit limit, but I'm pretty sure I can get that up to 6 if you sign up today. No! Is that a no, you're not interested, or no, you are interested? I'm gonna smack you in the mouth.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes they might try to get you to get these credit cards, and they even do this at like debit card, like your bank. Like I have a bank that I go to, and every time I go there, they're like, "Hey, you should sign up for our debit. You should sign up for our credit card." Like I guess they see like, "Oh, you're making good money. Let me see if we can, scrape some of that off the top." And I'm telling them no, I don't need it. But every time I come there, they always know I say no, and they still ask me, "Hey, are you sure you don't want this?" And I'm like, still no. It's still gonna be a no. Okay. Hey, but we can get you these discounts. You can get this credit card limit. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. So don't be afraid to say no when it comes to these credit card offers. And they might try to make it look good, and you might actually think like, hey, I can use that money. But really, it's gonna, that those interest fees are probably gonna get you, even if they have a lot of like rewards and stuff. All right. So yeah, don't fall for the pre-approval. They also send stuff through the mail. All right. Just try to just don't fall for it, okay? Store credit cards are pointless. Just get a regular credit card if you are going to get a credit card, because most of the time that store credit card means that you can only spend that money in that store, okay? So you're kind of messing yourself up there if you want to buy stuff from other places, because now it's like, okay, I got this credit card for this store, what can I get for it later on, So you really want to watch out for that. All right, so the next video we have here, sorry about that. The next video we have here is about pretty much trying to get approved for a credit card when you don't have good credit. Okay, so if you are going to get a credit card, hey man, make sure you at least try to get your credit up a little bit, because I'm not trying to see you out here with an incredibly high interest rate. Okay. Also, they're probably not going to improve you anyway, so it's just going to end up messing up your credit in the long run or in the short run, because they'll find that on your credit card quick. You can get messed up just by checking your own credit. Okay, so yeah, so if your credit is already messed up and you check your credit, boom, now you're even more messed up. Great, good job, good for you. All right, it says why Americans are obsessed with debt. Let's see.
Sure, I just need to see your credit card. Oh, and I'll just pay you with money that I've already got. Here's my income. That's really nice. I'm actually going to need to see proof of your debt, though. What? Why? To show that you're responsible with your money. Well, I just always use my own money. I don't have any debt. That's very irresponsible. What? Listen, in America, everyone is guilty until proven innocent when it comes to money. Surely no debt is better than lots of debt. Do you ever meet someone at a party and they tell you that they don't drink? Yeah. Well, what do you think of those people? I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to think that's really healthy and probably a smart choice. Right. But what do you actually think? Yeah, I guess subconsciously I think they're a complete freak show that lost control of their lives at some stage, so I don't trust them because what if they lose control of their lives again around me? Right. It's the same with debt here. I need proof that when you've been given money, you haven't lost control of the situation.
Okay, see, now this is the conundrum when it comes to trying to get credit cards. The fact that you need to have credit to get the fact that you need to have debt to get a credit card. Hey, do you have proof that you've borrowed money before? No? Okay, then we're not going to give you money. What? But the since I haven't borrowed money before, doesn't that mean I'm good with money? No, that does not mean you're good with money. We need to put you in a situation where you need to pay somebody. I'm not going to be the first person to have to pay you back that you owe, you know. I think that's how it is. I guess they're like, like if you got a good friend and, that good friend asks you for some money, you're like, "Oh, you want some money?" You be like, "Oh, you want some money?" Be like, "Yeah." You're like, "Okay, let me ask somebody else in my friend group. Hey, John, have John ever uh borrowed money from you? No. Okay. What about you, Chris? He ever borrowed money from you, Chris? No. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you never asked anybody else to borrow money. Why you asking me? Why you asking me? How am I supposed to trust you going to pay me my money back? But yeah, I mean, I guess that logic is weird because it's like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Nobody. I don't. I think there's a small amount of people who know how credit works, and it's not me.
But what about proof that I'm just really good with my own money? I need to see proof that you're really good with someone else's money. You're not a loser, are you? What? Like at a party, you want to hang out with someone who knows how to drink, right? But you don't want to hang out with someone that doesn't know how to drink because they go crazy. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to hang out with someone who's never drank before. Look, man, this is crazy. I'm really good with my money. I don't want to use someone else's. Is there a way we can go forward? Right, but what if you suddenly weren't good with your own money? Why would that happen? I don't know. Maybe from some of your other debts. I don't have any other debts. And that's why I don't trust you. Everybody has debt. Everyone in this country, the richest, most successful people in this country have the most amount of debt.
Okay, yeah. I don't know, man. That is a crazy conundrum though, that they're like, hey, we're not going to give you money unless you already owed somebody money. And when somebody did owe you money, and when you did owe somebody money, did you pay them back? you know? So yeah, oh, I made a mistake. Yeah. I guess the title was you need that to get approved. Um to get approved debt. Yeah. All right, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of true though. The next one is about spending too much on women. All right, now I don't know how many of y'all are men out here, but we all know we spend money on women. We love spending money on women. If you are a man, I don't know. Maybe you don't. I have no idea. But even if you're not a man, if you're a woman, I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of men spend money on you. Not a lot of men. Let me stop. I know there's been at least one man that spent a lot of money on you, and that's just how we are. I think most men we want to we want something to offer, so we like, hey, people call. Hey, if you spend too much money on women, they call you simps. But yeah, a lot of people spend money on women, and this is a video about someone spending money on uh on women, but I guess it went a little too far. All right, we all know when it gets too far. um, and this is a good idea. He's going to check his credit card statement.
I should get some sleep.
All right, that's a short video, but I think it's funny because I think a lot of men spend money on women just because, like, we want something to offer them. We want to take them out on a nice date. We want to buy them something nice. But if you go out and you don't have money like that, and you going out and you dating and you spend a whole bunch of money on a woman, and then you come home and you ain't got no money, you're like, man, you crying in your bed like Stewie at that point. Just where did all my money go? Hey, I hope you had a fun night though. I hope you enjoyed your evening with the lady. Otherwise it's going to be just like, man, I just it wasn't even fun. I just wasted all my money. All right. And that's what I mean by like when you do have to pay your credit card back, if you actually enjoyed your time, if you actually enjoyed the money that you spent, you might like paying the money back. I know sometimes I do. I'm like, if I go on a trip, a vacation somewhere, and I spent a whole bunch of money, I'm like, yeah, let me pay this money back. It was fun. I do remember doing all, and I need to hurry up and pay this back so I can go back. But yeah, just know that those little temporary outings is gonna come back to haunt you in your pockets eventually. All right. Um, don't spend too much trying to impress somebody. You know, also women, like if you're spending money on a man, don't spend too much trying to impress that person. Okay, like you're gonna if you're gonna waste if you don't have the budget, okay, and you out here trying to date somebody, don't try to impress people by spending money that you don't have. You know, maxing out your credit card for somebody. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all done it before, so I'm not saying you. I'm saying, hey, in general, you know. But yeah, just know that they might expect that much next time. Like, oh, you spent $300 on the first date? You got it like that. You rich. You got money. Okay. Let's go out on another date. You know? So I hope you have another $300. Okay. I hope that $300 is not bad for you if you went out on a date for $300. You know? Because the next date is probably gonna be $350, $400. Like, wait, what you mean you don't got what you mean you don't got it? We went out last time you spent $300, you know? All right. So the next one is about if credit card companies were honest. Now we already know credit card companies get away with a lot. Okay. If you've ever owned a credit card or you know anything about owning credit cards, then yeah. Let's see.
So I see you need to
Oh, sorry about that, people. Oh man, I did pretty good so far, and then I messed up there. All right, let's play the video.
apply for a credit card? Yeah, all my friends are in credit card debt, so I wanted to see what all the hype was about. Terrible reason to get one. So for starters, you'll need credit to get a credit card, but you can't get credit without a credit card. Okay, perfect. Sounds like a really straightforward process. The good news is, it takes a large amount of time and discipline to build your credit score, but we'll find every reason possible to bring that shit down. Sorry, how is that good news? So anyways, sorry to do this, but we're actually gonna lower your credit score for simply applying for one. But I don't even have a score. It makes sense. We'll also lower your score for canceling your card as well. Oh, okay. What? Yeah, did I mention you'll be charged an annual fee as well, sir? No, you didn't. You son of a bitch. Well, you can just cancel your card right before the annual fee, so you'll be good to go. Oh, okay, I think I'll just do that then. But we're gonna have to lower your score for that. Fuck. Hey, do you guys use protection by any chance? Like fraud protection? Yes, sir, of course. No. Protection when you fuck your customers? No, sir.
Oh no. Okay. No, sir, we don't. Yeah, we definitely don't. Yeah, I thought something was funny that he said. He said, I mean, you kind of need credit to. You can't talk about credit cards without credit, you know, because it's in the name, credit card. You know, hey, we're giving you this line of credit, and we're gonna trust you to pay us back. You know, so yeah, I guess that's if credit card companies were honest. Okay. Um, oh yeah, so here is our breakdown of what we talk about at the show. All right, so yeah, if you spend a lot now, you're definitely gonna regret it later. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna hammer that one down again. You're gonna regret it later, especially if you don't still have the item, you know. If you don't remember how much fun you had at that, maybe you went on a vacation a long time ago and the credit card payment is coming back to kick you in the butt. All right. Yeah, you don't get distracted by the interest rates also. All right. So next one. Hey, boss up vibes. All right, we are getting towards the end. So let's watch some boss up vibes. Hey, I always want to preach boss up here, okay? Boss up just means get your life together, okay? Make sure you get your money right. Make sure you have some money in the savings, you know. Make sure you have something ready for a backup plan in case you do hit a
Excuses.
in case you do hit a hard time in life, okay? So this is just our boss up vibes, where we're gonna watch this guy talk about I forgot what this video is about. Okay, he's gonna talk about not making excuses, okay? I don't want you to make excuses out here, man. You know, it's on you. Nobody's gonna save you but you, okay? So don't make excuses and boss up.
Making excuses. And when you stop making excuses, the only alternative is then results. I'm not saying that everything you do you should be successful at. You will have periods of defeat. But that defeat will be temporary and not permanent because you will dust yourself off, get back up, and try again. But you first have to stop making excuses in order to achieve the higher level of life that you want.
Yes, there we go. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, you know, I'm sorry, I can't clap because it's too low. All right, yeah. So yeah, don't make excuses, man. You know what you got to do. Get out there and do it. If you don't know what you need to do, you need to make a checklist of things that you need to do. All right. Stop saying I'll do it later. Stop saying I'll do it tomorrow. Do it now. Make little steps of what you can do right now, so you won't have to, you know, so you won't have to be in that place where you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do anyway. You know. Don't wait for inspiration. Okay, do it now. Okay, there's never a good time. It's always something. I gotta clean up. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You always gotta do something. Make sure you're not waiting for inspiration, not waiting for something to happen. You gotta get out there and do it before it's too late. Okay, you're never too old. You're never too old to get your life together and figure it out. There's always time as long as you're still breathing. There's people that reach success when they're older in life, like what's his name, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac reached his success when he was older in life, but he did it. He did it, and he was really wildly successful. Okay, as an older man, and I just want to tell you, man, don't make that an excuse. Okay, that's another excuse. Hey, I'm too old. I shouldn't be doing this. I need to do that. I need to do this. No, you need to get it together because you still got time. Okay, you still got time. Okay, so don't believe that. Hey, I'll just do it when this happens. I'll just do it when that happens. You need to do it now. Okay, so stop making excuses and do it now, man. All right, next I have Kevin Hart here, who's going to help me explain another part of the show. All right, he's talking about. He says, "It's okay to mess up." Okay, Kevin Hart says it's okay to mess up. Kevin Hart is my favorite comedian, by the way. But he talking some real stuff right here, and it's not funny. He is being dead serious, and I like it. I like when people get out their character and do something that you're not expecting them to do. Even though he did play a really good movie playing seriously. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting away from the topic. But yeah, stop. It's okay to mess up. All right, let's watch it.
Up. You have to fuck up.
You have to take risks, or you never find what works.
I call it fucking up. You got to fuck up, man. You have to. And it's like, I want people to understand that it's okay. It's nothing wrong with fucking up.
As long as you learn.
You have to learn from it. I did a lot of dumb shit, but I've learned.
All right, but I don't know if I'm going to get copyright from that song, so I'm going to stop it here. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Kevin Hart said it's okay to mess up, and I think the biggest benefit of messing up is learning. Learning from your mistake. You know what doesn't work. You don't have to worry about, hey, like, let me see if this works. Now you know it don't work. Okay, so yeah, don't be afraid. Just embrace the mess ups. You just got to keep going, keep going through it. Try to work for experience and for new ideas also. Sometimes if you're trying to do something new, something hard, you want to try to just work for the experience. Don't think about the outcome. Think about, what am I going to learn from this? Let me try to just get on my learning curve, because everything has a learning curve. So just try to get past that learning curve when you do start something new and you do start something that's hard. It says mistakes teach you what you did wrong. Yeah, so mistakes always teach you what you did wrong, and you can then go in and fix those mistakes. Also, now you know what don't work. So now you don't have to go back to that part. X, Y, and Z don't work. So why don't you try X? Why don't you try H? X, Y, and Z don't work. Let me try H. Now there's something else to cross off. You don't have to waste your time trying that again. Or maybe you can come back at it when you have a better idea. All right. Also, experience you can use for a new idea. Yeah, you can use experience from one thing to work on a new idea. Like maybe you might learn one skill of editing videos. You can use that skill of editing videos to then make some more videos about something else. You have one idea, but now you using another idea. Or maybe you worked at a job where you learned 2 or 3 skills at one job. You can use those skills at a new job. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Also remember, you can always you can always find a better way. There's always a better way to do something, and once you find the golden formula, you're good to go. So yeah, oops, that was a mistake. I don't know what's going on there. All right. Anyway, that is the Vibes by Clyde. Please like and subscribe, people. I am a one-man show here, so I really appreciate you staying through and watching this video. I'm going to be getting out of here.